Example 5. Find the following limits conjugate here. For question C, limit function square root 3x plus 3 minus square root 3 over x when x approaching 0. So for step number 1 here, substitute value x approaching 2. So value x approaching 2 here is x approaches 0. So we can substitute x equal to 0 into variable of x. So we get 3 times 0, we get 0 plus 3 minus square root 3 over 0. Square root 3 minus square root 3, we get 0 over 0. This form, we call it indeterminate form, OIDF. So that's why we need to continue step number 2. Step number 2 here is multiply by its conjugate, expand and cancel out a common factor. For function limit here, okay, square root 3x plus 3 minus square root 3. Its conjugate is square root 3x plus 3 plus square root 3. So this is conjugate. So multiply its conjugate for the function of limit. So the conjugate here is 3x plus 3 plus square root 3 over square root 3x plus 3 plus square root 3. By the way, we need expand part of multiply by conjugate. This part we must expand. And then after we expand this part, we get limit square root 3x plus 3 multiply square root 3 plus 3. So we get 3x plus 3. And then expand all the part, we get negative 3 over x multiply square root 3x plus 3 plus square root 3 and x approaching 0. By the way, we must simplify. So we get 3x plus 3 minus 3, simplify. We get limit 3x over x multiply square root 3x plus 3 plus square root 3. X approaching 0. By the way, you can see we have a common factor x here. We must cancel out a common factor from the function. We must cancel out a common factor from the function. And step number 3 here, rewrite a remaining function and substitute value x approaching 2. The remaining function here is limit 3 over square root 3x plus 3 plus square root 3 x approaches 0. And then lastly, we can substitute value x approaching. Value x approaching here is x equal to 0. Substitute inside the variable of x. So we get 3 over square root 3 times 0, 0 plus 3 plus square root 3. And then we get 3 over square root 3 plus square root 3. We get 2 square root 3. So this is answer for question 5C.